I told you not to bring up bestiality, and what the fuck did you just do?
I made a chicken the manager of a brothel. Ah, almighty chicken, give me business advice.
This is gonna be like that conch episode of SpongeBob.
Yes. Oh god. Right, let's continue with the gripping real estate mini game.
This is going to be like the World Cup a few years back, where they had the octopus choose the winning team of each match, and they got it mostly right. Is this going to be like, all right, chicken, what stock should we invest in today? And they put like paper cutouts of all the various stocks with a few like seeds on top of the piece of paper on the floor, and whichever one the chicken goes for is what they'll invest in. And the funniest thing is, it actually makes the company very profitable because the chicken keeps choosing the best stocks.
That's exactly how we're investing.
Then in a few years, saying, "Oh, the chicken keeps choosing GameStop for some reason. Why do you invest in a dying video game company?" I don't know. Let's trust the chicken. He's never led us wrong before.
Oh, good. I can send someone off on a management course.
To manage 5 people,
off you
including
go.
themselves.
Yeah, off you go, chicken.
You can send the chicken off on a management course.
I can send the chicken on a management course, and I paid 500,000 yen for it.
What? You rent out the carton for the house. Okay, here's the basis of like management, and goes through the entire presentation. And then afterwards, when he's handing the chicken back, so how do you do on the course? He's actually one of my best students. Didn't interrupt. Seems to be paying attention. And
his only competition's a crow that keeps coming in from a magical school next door.
what's the crow is? What's the word? Is not attending classes, just bored and decided to attend a management class instead.
Yeah, this is why Borb's so bad as surgeon, is the fact that they skipped out of magical school to go and play the stock market during class. Oh, God.
Well, now we'll be pretty pissed. I mean, he's spending a lot of money to sending a crow to medical school. I've heard the student fees are murder.
That was terrible even for you.
Great, now I'm just imagining Number berating a crow saying, "Why did you skip the class? I'm paying all my this is all my pension I'm dumping into this. You're going to be the healer of the team." Don't give me that. Just go back tomorrow, apologize to the teacher, and see if you can get some like cram revision to do when you come home. Yeah. Then just later on in the cutscene, you're like she's speaking with Number, and you see in the background just a crow flicking through a medical textbook, just like flicking the pages with his beak and reading it.
12 seconds later.
Yeah. Now I was thinking about, they wanted to buy Tumblr, and so Tumblr executives tried to scrub all the porn, which is like 90% of the content.
And now no one uses it anymore.
And so Yahoo bought it, then sold it at a massive loss because all the people that kept it a viable platform fucking left to Twitter.
Yeah, and now
they sold it to, I think, WordPress.
And now, like, a ton of them are trying to migrate from Twitter to Pillow Fort or some shit.
What's Pillow Fort?
I don't know. Honestly, most of the people I know who used to use Tumblr are either using Patreon or private Discords now. It's all very complex.
What? So will you contact one of these people? Oh, yeah. Can you draw a crow studying at medical school for reasons?
I mean, yes, I can do that. I know someone who draws exclusively crows. Sam, the
I don't know whether to be surprised or not anymore.
The interwebs are very technical. Sam, you wouldn't understand. Oh, really? You're drinking already? We're 6 minutes in.
And?
Okay.
I'm just trying to think about what class would the Twitter bird, the Blue Jay, go for.
Oh, fuck me. This employee, Sam. Okay, should we hire him? I think he looks good.
He looks the same size as that one guy from the Jackie Chan cartoon, whatever his name is.
This man looks like he's gonna get the rent. Fuck that, no. I need no additional employees yet. Oh good, time for a board meeting.
It's a shareholder meeting.
Same thing.
But the board is attending. A board meeting would be just the board.
We've got to convince the
It's a board meet, and some of the shareholders, all of them, are sitting in on it.
Yes.
We'll start with the financial
It's the
report.
tensest kind of board meeting.
If you would.
The what?
The tensest.
Oh.
Oh, God. It's all puckered and dry.
We'll kick things off with the financial report.
So that's why they brought the fire hose.
Yes. Oh, dear. Just wait until we get that as an attack.
Thank you. Let's move on to the Q&A.
Right.
Please raise your hand if you have a question.
Green to blue.
They look like the most bored people ever.
They're shareholders, of course they are.
Like they got roped into attending a multi-level marketing presentation.
You mean a pyramid scheme?
Yes.
Who the fuck was that developer recently that said he loved pyramid schemes in an interview?
I think it's the guy behind NFTs.
And says, I love crackpot ideas, pyramid schemes, etc. Well, wait a minute.
I mean, in the West, if you put on these theatrical apologies, the board would just think either you're batshit crazy or insulting them by putting on such a display.
Yeah, but Japan's weird. Remember, CEOs will not take pay if they have a shit company year, as opposed to Activision, who lays off 200 employees so that they can fake having company growth.
Didn't that happen to Nintendo when the Wii U sales weren't as high as projected?
Yeah,
The CEO at the time,
that's
I can't
exactly
remember his name.
that's exactly what I was referencing. Oh dear, right, good. We're over rank 100s. Finally, we can start serious capitalism.
Don't you mean under rank 100?
No, we're over rank 100. It's a reverse pyramid.
Oh God.
It's one of those ones where number 1 is good, Sam.
Yes, and so no, never mind.
No. If 1 is above 100, then 99 is good.
What?
Sam,
It just make it more confusing.
no, Sam. This is why I'm in charge of the chicken and you're not.
Are you in charge of the chicken? So you're managing the chicken, who is himself a manager. So the chicken is a middle manager?
Yes, I'm the manager to the manager's manager.
No, wait, Ishii is the CEO, so I guess he technically, the chicken reports to him, but then Ishii reports to the owner.
Exactly. What the fuck is going on?
I'm trying to remember the initial reason why, was it Eri wanted Ishiban to run the company?
Because he was the
Like,
only
I've
person. He was literally he was the only person available at the time.
What?
So what's his top 100 of share price ranking anyway? I mean, what's the kind of benchmark?
I have no fucking clue. Look, Sam, I see
They're a
no.
confectionery company.
I see
Yes,
I see numbers. I make the numbers go up. No, they're a confectionery company, but they've been investing in other businesses as well. Admittedly, it's a mahjong shop where the owner sleeps all day, but we've still invested.
People are just going to think it's a front for money laundering. Like the one episode of, was it Elementary, where Charlotte said,
Thanks.
to Watson, I want my clothes cleaned at this specific dry cleaners. It turns out he knew it was a front for, I think, Eastern European money laundering, but he wanted her to investigate it.
I mean, are we not a front for money laundering? I thought we were the Yakuza.
No, he's retired Yakuza. He doesn't report to any main families. Works for himself. Remember, he's a freelancer.
True. Doesn't mean he can't start his own Yakuza family, though.
But he hasn't yet.
No, but he could do. I'm just saying, someone's going to have to inherit Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. That's the end of this side quest in my mind. What? You've seen the amount of OSHA violations that Willy Wonka has. There's no way that that's not a front. Oh. He almost murders a man in his chocolate mixing machine, Sam.
He almost drowned a fat kid.
Yes, that was the same kid.
He invented teleportation and kept it quiet, and the only purpose he could think for fucking teleportation. is to send people chocolate.
I'm just saying, like, if anyone's, like, a front for the Yakuza, it's Willy Wonka. For fuck's sake, Roald Dahl's gonna come back from the dead and kill me. Oh dear.
What's that other Roald Dahl book where this kid accidentally creates like a magical potion which makes chickens grow to like 5 times their size?
Oh, what, George and the Marvelous Madsen?
Yeah. Are you saying that he's secretly been slipping that into the chocolate, so all the kids that come into the factory, everyone's just hallucinating? That's what's happening? He put a few drops into like the first candy they tried on the door, so everything like that. Because if they saw the real thing was just natural chocolate factory and some white powders being moved in the back, there's not a question thing.
Oh dear. Oh hooray, we've got 50 million yen. We can't use it yet though.
Why?
Because we've got to go get John Wick first.
Oh yeah, you're saying to that off stream. I was wondering, but we're not playing Fortnite. How can we get John Wick?
No, seriously, one of the characters is literally just Chinese John Wick in this.
Oh. Familiar name. GameStop. Oh. Is that a video game company? I don't know. Should we invest in that? I don't know. It's not doing too well. Let's wait and see what happens with it.
And now it's time to play Are Any of These Millionaires caricatures of actual celebrities? That guy on the right's looking kind of like a Japanese Donald Trump.
I was just saying, what? If they're there saying, what? Why would I invest in a confectionery shop? Well, we said we're a confectionery shop and you agreed to a meeting. You're surprised that we're a confectionery shop now? Just because I answered the call doesn't mean I was listening. Are you a fucking idiot? What was that, dear?
Quite possibly.
And then you just see the chicken in the back and like ominous music, like giving like death stare.
Like, yeah, the camera.
Get him.
The camera zooms in real close, and the chicken has like the eye glint from like Kill the Kill.
Yes. Like I've only seen like the first episode, Kill the Kill.
Just
and it's very manic.
The important thing is the chicken has a pair of scissors in its mouth. I mean,
something about living clothes, except the clothes are very scanty for some reason.
Yep. Oh, by the way, the chicken's getting double pay because it's actually also our security guard.
But is she double as the bodyguard with his
No.
bodyguard?
Ishi's the bodyguard for the CEO, but like
he is the CEO.
Exactly. He's getting double pay as his own bodyguard. No, the chicken is...
He's agreed to work because he knows the company's going half times. He'll take half pay, so the other half he can use to hire a bodyguard.
Yes.
Which is himself. And it looks really good in the company because they're not paying their CEO an extravagant amount. They're only paying him half the what's the word I'm looking for?
Wage.
The industry average.
Wage.
Well, no, the industry average. I mean, for a company of that nature, they get around that because the other half they're paying for security, which is also him.
Yeah, but then,
so he's only
but then the chicken is the security for the actual physical building. Like the Home Alone burglars come in and they're just met by like the chicken with some scissors in its mouth about to fuck them up.
Why in its mouth? Why not like take knives to its legs or something? Go full what was that film with Taron Egerton in it?
No. The chicken's like that one guy from One Piece. It's mastered the art of using the sword in its mouth, but it's a chicken, so it has to use scissors or a kitchen knife. It can't use scalpels because that's the crow's territory.
Well, mental malpractice is only available if you go down the doctor skill tree.
Yes, exactly. Like what you're not seeing here is the chicken actually has its own job class system, like Itchy.
I was just playing, as I said, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I was expecting Aerith to, hit enemies with her pole, but she doesn't even use it. She just casts some kind of neutral magic instead.
Yep.
Thought that was weird.
Oh, don't worry, it gets sillier.
I thought the way they do it is, because it is a stick and not like a bladed weapon or anything, the individual attacks don't do too much damage, but she can hit a lot faster and she has a load of range for like physical attack.
No, that's a different character.
What, Sid, if they ever get round to make a sequel?
No, our character's actually in part 1.
Oh.
Oh, dear. I'm looking forward to it when they get around to part 2, because I will just main Sid once we get up to him.
The first time I played it, I think my power team at the very end was Cloud, Vincent, and Sid.
Yes.
And again, the second time.
Yeah, I'm very, very focused the first few times I played Final Fantasy VII, because I kept making Vincent the healer.
Why? I mean, if he uses Limit Break, he's basically a Berserker for the rest of the match.
No, that was my problem. So then I swapped him out and had the party be Vincent as the summoner, and then Barrett as the healer. Anyway, let's go get drunk.
I mean, if you insist. Do I even have any rum left?
I meant fictional drunk, but sure.
Fictional drunk.
Yeah.
So we just have to imagine ourselves drunk. I mean, after the amount of sandwiches you've eaten, it'll be pretty easy for you to imagine anything.
Look, Sam, I only had 6 sandwiches today, I'll have you know.
A few moments later.
I just think, if they go full, like, a parody of Mass Effect and do, like, romance side quests, who do you think would be the funniest person for Psycho to hook up with? And I'm saying this now, no bestiality, this is a wholesome family stream. So no one gets with the chicken.
I'd say Nam would be the funniest person for us to get with. Right, hang on, charisma.
Well, because he's refreshingly honest in a world of professional liars, of the corporate world and actual gangsters.
Exactly.
That, and she appreciates his masterful art of training birds.
Oh dear, yes.
Like, he shows it like bird collection. He has over 100 pigeons. He's training some crows at the minute to be his healers. The pigeons are the main bulk of his army.
No, not crows. Just one crow.
Oh, one crow, of course, because it's expensive to put them through medicine.
No, it's just a really good crow.
True. And then the heavy hitters would be the cassowary. He's got one of them, and the kind of, I guess, trying to think of good. Is it Tro's character classes? What would the Great Bustard be? The heaviest flying bird.
Berserker. We need someone needs to do a Steam mod that just replaces all of Namba's attacks with him throwing birds now.
And I suppose the cassowary would be the Mighty Glacier.
Yes.
Even though they are pretty fast runners. I mean, wasn't it the cassowaries that defeated the Australian army? No, that's emus. Cassowaries, I think, African.
You're decisive, dependable, and a good judge of character. Oh, she hasn't seen our version of the playthrough.
Who is this jerk ass anyway?
What do you mean he is dependable? I mean, when Arako asked him to go to prison, he couldn't wait to go to prison. He hasn't let anyone down.
True. Oh, no.
Sorry, this is a life lesson here. Just because someone is a moral degenerate and a masochist doesn't mean they're not reliable.
I meant that he's a bad judge of character.
No, sorry, he's not. Just because someone is a chronic masochist doesn't mean he can't also be a reliable person and turn up on time.
And I'm not saying he's not reliable, I'm just saying that he's a bad judge of character because he got shot. No, but you've reminded me. So, you know we were talking about the fake money and how it's come from the Chinese restaurant?
Yeah.
Kit Master Arakawa is most likely the one who puts it into Ichi's pocket. What if this is all a very, very elaborate plan to get back at the restaurant for snubbing him at the start of the game?
What, for killing his father?
I just meant for not serving him as Peking duck, but yeah, his father did die.
You did what anyone would do.
What, you think he can't get at the Chinese directly because it's inflamed the Cold War into a hot one? And so he's pulling out a wild card, Ishii?
Yeah, I imagine that's where this is going.
Well, Ishii's doing all this. He can put his hands up and say, look, it's absolutely nothing to do with us. No, what about this Ishii guy? He can just say, truthfully, he was rejected from the clan all these years ago. He's banished.
I shot him.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So his master plan is, just use Ishii to destroy everything, the Chinese from the inside out. And then he'll deal with them at the end.
I hope that's where this is going.
And then when it works, Arakawa can say to his superiors, look at this masterful strategy I put into motion. I should be the actual captain instead of the acting captain.
Good.
There's that.
I was rewatching a bit of the stream,
Honestly, I
no,
saw you
2,
looking kinda down,
and I
so
realised
I'm
something.
worried.
I
Yep.
couldn't square the circle of Arakawa sending him a heartfelt letter and then just completely snubbing him a few years later. I listened to a bit of Koichi's speech. Master Arakawa only made the switch to the Tojo 2 years before he got out. He sent a letter about 3 years before, and so he was loyal up until that point. But when the government started cracking down, he made a Faustian bargain deal with the devil and decided to go with the Tojo.
No. He left the Tojo to go with the Omi Alliance.
The Omi, yeah, sorry, to go with the Omi.
Don't worry.
And so
Oh, okay.
up until that point, it wasn't. And all this is just was the only path available to him. Otherwise, he would be shot by rival gangs or just be thrown into prison.
Yeah, I imagine that's where this is going.
And the reason why he didn't want Ishii to come back in is because he knows he would never accept it. And so he'd just be a liability, because as soon as he finds out, he'd try and destroy everything from the inside, so he just need to be snubbed as much as possible.
You're not wrong. In any case, I wasn't referring to your appearance. It's the way you carry
So I
yourself.
just think of one scene from
You're funny,
Rick and
outgoing,
Morty, when she finally gets with someone and says, "Now, something you should know, I'm a bit of a heavy drinker." And then the other person's like, "Oh, please, I'm an opium addict."
He always made me feel safe.
Oh, that's nothing. I'm addicted to snorting baby formula.
So do you.
Same thing.
Is that right?
What, we're putting like poppy seeds in the baby formula now.
No, that was how they smuggled it, remember? In the old days.
I'd like to think so.
It accidentally got mixed in because the plastic bags in the formula broke, and so a lot of the old formula baby formula contained cocaine.
Yeah. Which is also why, like, babies used to be able to see in the future.
Protect his legacy.
Yeah, and that's what it's like the old, when AG Bar changed the recipe of Iron Brew, everyone was clamoring for the old recipe.
You won't have
It's
to.
like when the government finally raided the baby formula factory and found all the drugs and things, parents were clamoring to get the old
I
formula.
know you've got so much on
'Cause-
your plate already.
It's just far better.
You're sure
It kept their babies
Just
quiet,
like when
and
they made new
I know this
Coke.
won't be a walk in the park,
yeah.
but I have good people. on my side.
Dear.
One of these days I have to try Mexican Coke because people say that's the best Coke in the world because they use cane sugar instead of corn syrup.
Nice.
So I'm sure it'll all work out.
I tell you what we have to try at some point. We have to, like, import some...
Okay.
They'll give
Well,
me
yes,
tremendous
obviously,
shit
but,
for
like, at
overdoing
some point
it.
we have to import some lemonade, because I quite fancy trying that.
Lemonade.
Yeah, lemonade. Soviet lemonade.
You okay there?
Have you not seen lemonade?
No.
Can I ask you a favor?
Like, it's literally like orange soda in a Soviet-themed bottle.
Do you think
Oh,
I could ever be part
I'm gonna
of
have some
your inner
fun
circle?
showing you that later.
Sadly, not very much of it is made anymore because the USSR seized the means of production.
I feel like all I
Yeah.
do is watch from the sidelines.
Oh,
That's not
we've
really
got to seize the
fair,
means
is
of
it?
production and give it back to the people,
So
Sam.
I was thinking I could play a more active role in
Oh,
your
dear.
daily affairs. That way you could focus more on management without feeling bogged down by all your other stuff.
Wait, an active role in your daily
That's a
affairs.
win
Wait,
for
are you asking you want to
and
be
our
my
company, right?
secretary?
I can't think of a reason for me not to join.
Oh, dear.
Just imagine, like, he goes to,
Shit gets out of
is
hand
it
nonstop.
Eri? It's like, "Yeah, this one wants to work as my secretary. But what would she do? I mean, your role is pretty straightforward.
And trust me, I won't be
I
a
know.
burden on that front.
And
Eri,
then
start taking the minutes, Eri.
Harry-chan, as much as I like the
Eri's
idea,
the owner, but the minutes, like the daily meetings where most of it is just Ishii giving a heartfelt apology.
Yes.
Besides, if you say no,
Oh, no, I meant like she walks around with a clipboard taking the minutes while they're out doing
that doesn't leave you
Yakuza
much
stuff.
choice.
But they're not on company business while doing that.
I thought that you meant she's like his secretary personally outside the business.
I'd say that's worthy of a toast.
What the fuck would that work?
I don't know.
Like a non-business secretary. You
Yeah.
want, this one, you pay them to follow you around and take notes. What, like a female speedwagon? Amazing technique.
Yes.
I gotta write that down.
Yes, exactly. And then, like, she's gonna also biograph a book for Richie on his life story. But, like, she wasn't here for the first 18 years of it, so, it's gonna be a very short book.
We're always in one mess or another.
Oh, dear.
Drunks either.
What's when someone tries to use a cryo attack on Ishii to cool him off to try and stop his horniness?
I just want to read.
His hands are kind of like he can't really use them. Is Psycho just gonna here. And she lifts up her shirt and she has like a 6-pack for some strange reason. Just like, oh, warm your hands. How'd you get a 6-pack?
I can't argue
Long story.
I'm a barmaid. Someone has to move the barrels of wine from the back.
What, you think she carries like the barrels that come in the back, like whiskey, beer? She just like carries them. Are we going like Death Stranding again, where she's a secret, she bodybuilds in the spare time?
Yeah, she's secretly like really, really strong from having to move all the alcohol around the bar she works.
But she moves most of the alcohol into her body.
Yeah, but like she still has to carry that weight.
Oh, you think she's a responsible alcoholic? The reason why she doesn't gain any weight is because she bodybuilds to burn off all the calories, so she can drink more without dying.
Exactly. That makes sense scientifically, I think.
I think.
I don't know. Sam, alcohol isn't an exact science. It's more of an art.
Thanks for being there.
But it is a solution.
True.
Not a problem.
Oh, God.
The story will be
Sadly, not for
you
you.
playing a rich guy and me playing
What do you
your
mean?
secretary.
You've drunk how much and you keep coming back to live stream with me?
Now, how about I buy you a meal?
The answer is not enough.
Sound good?
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Ah, God, time for Itchy's crippling addiction to the beef balls again.
Well, you think one of these days I'm just going to go, you don't mess with the Zohan? It's like, here, have you, look at this expensive bottle of rum. I don't know if I should. Glug. That was okay. And because it's like almost pure like fruit juice, the one guy, like the American who tries it, isn't used to like the high fiber content, because it's almost like prune juice. I was like, oh, I did some damage in that bathroom after drinking it. I don't know how you guys can stand it. Because Zohan's from, is it Israel? Or Lebanon? One of those countries.
Can't remember.
Let me get a large.
Wait. Oh yeah, it's better. You got to go to the standard beef bowl. They're saying, yeah, but just one will be enough. Yeah. Oh god, this is lining up.
Takashi.
Hey, Taka.
Ah, he finally got out of prison.
Rich.
Right. Didn't think about that.
Who is that guy?
A rich philanthropist and his secretary eating at a dingy little
I
beef
can't
bowl
remember. I
joint.
think
Looks
he's the
pretty
guy
weird.
that we paid the
It's
court
gotta
case
be
off for.
Takashi sees us.
What about the beef?
Oh, God. Itchy's, like, they've got to pretend to be rich while slowly sneaking out of the beef bowl.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's supposed to be a secretary. So is Psycho going to be the secretary?
Even though
Exactly.
he's a bust.
He's going to take the minutes of the minutes.
Exactly.
Sucker. We gotta try
What the
again.
fuck?
Come on.
5:05 p.m. The secretary wrote some notes down.
God, this is turning into like Soviet Union. They have to make jobs for people. So they're not working for Ishban Holding. They're working for Koichi's private investigation business.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh,
And
God.
What's going
the
on
only
here?
reason he hires them is because the company's making a bit of money, and he's trying to help out a friend by employing them. You know, to give them like work history on their CV.
Now tell us
So
what
like
you're
years
doing
down the
here.
line, Psycho just like so what have you done? Oh, okay, I worked in a warehouse. I worked in a bar. I worked as the secretary for the secretary of a private investigator. Wait, what? Oh yeah. What can you tell me about that? A lot of minute taking.
feel bad taking his money.
So what do you do in your spare time? Drink.
Showing thanks.
We've got
Well,
a
after reviewing your CV and this interview, I can only say, would like to hire you at 10% more than the salary you offered. What, really? Yes, we're a bit understaffed.
Oh, that's
a number of
good
them
because I
put
come
their
with
life-
no, we're a bit understaffed. That's good. I come with a chicken.
No, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Where's the chicken changing jobs?
So where she goes, the chicken goes.
But Psycho doesn't even work for the confectionery company.
Kick your ass.
Oh, God. She does now.
I thought she's like, that didn't make any sense.
Sam, when has any of this ever made sense?
To quote Batman and Robin,
What the
this just raises
fuck
too many
is this fight? Oh, I'm about
Quick
to,
as a beatboxer will never not be funny.
I'm about to end this man's whole career. Oh, God. Oh, he's actually resistant to the windmill. Oh, dear.
Again, from last stream, I'm trying not to laugh at that comment.
Why are so many people resistant to the goddamn windmill? Fuck it, throw all the pots and pans at him.
Where is he pulling this out of? Hammerspace?
It's Itchy, probably.
You're in it now. Let's go.
Oh, fuck it. Like, what have we got? There we go. Just summon a riot shield. Just summon a fucking riot shield.
I was watching a video of someone playing the Henry Stickmin collection, and long story short, they derail the train full of like gold, and the two characters are like, right, how do we carry this? Because the train's like crashed. I know. And one character gets out a bag of holding. So they're both like trying to scoop like train cars full of gold into a bag of holding. And they get a game over saying, yeah, this is going to take forever. No, it was perhaps you need a bag of holding for your bag of holding.
Wasn't that a plot point in Yeah, it was. That was a plot point in 8-Bit Theatre, because the Red Mage had like 8 bags of holding, so he just put them into each other. Oh, Jesus.
I thought you were going to quote that one episode of SpongeBob.
Oh, the chocolate one? Nah, 8-Bit Theatre's funny. Just put the bomb into the bag of holding to contain the explosion.
Let's get this cleared up.
Yeah, seriously.
I remember what's funny is that in at least the David Tennant series of Doctor Who, it's canon that his coat is basically a bag of holding. That's why in one episode where I think Donna's introduced, we can fit an entire large, I think like an Xbox controller just times 2, in like his coat pocket.
They carried that on into the box as well. I think they carried that into the Capaldi series as well, actually. There's one episode where he pulls like an entire mannequin hand or something out.
Reminds me of, apparently in Dead Rising, one of the best weapons you can get is a mannequin torso. Apparently it does a ridiculous amount of damage. It's quite good.
Good.
It's quite good endurance. Because the best weapons are the mini chainsaws.
Oh, dude, the mini chainsaws are always the best weapons.
And isn't it canon that the reason all these bosses are acting weird is because the first stage of like the infection is basically starts eating through your brain?
Yes.
You know about that?
Oh dear.
Wasn't it the whole reason for it? It wasn't a government trying to develop a bioweapon, it was the exact opposite. They're trying to figure out a way to make cows grow faster.
Yes, Dead Rising was a strange game.
I've seen bits of the Cat video talking about how Dead Rising 4 is actually worse than the first one.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's unfinished. It's fucking unfinished.
Because the physics engine was better in 1 that was made in 2006 than it was presumably like 10 years later.
We're gonna have to play Dead Rising at some point.
Really great.
I do remember the mission where the guy's in, I think, the shoe shop, who's like injured.
It was worth every yen.
And he says, please take my wife, but leave me. Put me out of my misery. Before I realised that you could just talk him into coming with you, I just fucking killed him.
Next month, I might be a little sad not to
You're not the best at saving people, are you?
Just keep sending it.
Let me save you, just stabbing him in the neck.
I shot him, actually.
Oh, dude, that's even better.
He asked for death. And besides, how did this one...
Yeah, you're not supposed to deliver, though. You're a fucking journalist.
He's covered wars, you know.
Oh, God, that doesn't mean he was in the war.
Oh, yes, he's got PTSD from covering the war in the Vietnam.
Which war in the Vietnam, though?
The war.
Oh, God. Ah, the war, of course.
I mean, that's some real
The war.
Becoming a lawyer.
The one that we all know of.
Takashi must have worked his ass
Yes, the war's so bad, they named the country after it.
Yes.
I think you're
The Great Vietnamese War against the emus.
Even without my money.
Vietnamese emus? What emus do you know that live in the fucking jungle?
The kind of guy he is.
Well,
Do they send the Australians, try to help out the French and the Americans by sending their crack emu division? They were so powerful they defeated the Australian military, so they're powerful enough to defeat the Viet fucking Cong.
No.
It's just that, we've gone
What are you on about?
The Viet Cong knew the power of the emu from when they won against New Zealand, so they imported some to help beat the American
Vietnam went
GIs.
to war with New Zealand?
I was just thinking the
No. Vietnam went to over America, but they imported emus from New Zealand as foot soldiers because they had a
They went to war with the French, and then America was roped in. They didn't directly declare war on America. At least not initially, how I understand it.
They didn't declare war, but they still fought against America. Look, the important thing here was that Vietnam had emus. That's the bit that you don't see in Good Morning Vietnam. Robin Williams having to fend off an emu with a frying pan for 20 minutes.
Well, no, because he was always on an army base, except for some parts where he was in the city and things.
Exactly. What you're not seeing is the transitional scenes.
Anyway,
actually remember
the most recent Metro
got
game,
heated so
I forget what it's
fast?
called.
Well,
The company that
was the
made
problem?
that,
Metro
Was originally
Exodus.
Strong emotions
yes,
try
was
persuade
originally based in
someone.
Ukraine, but then
Just
moved to
give me
Malta
some
for tax
emotions right
reasons.
back.
God.
This time,
Of all the
kept it
countries.
cool and
But
offered a few good
the
logical
company that
reasons
published
to
it
dump
was Deep
Katsuo
Silver,
out.
which is based in, I
Act like you're neutral
think,
about it,
Austria.
you know?
Good.
You're right. If I get
Oh,
myself
it's a
or her all worked up,
smorgasbord
it'll
of
only
tax
make it harder
havens.
for her to think clearly. That's great
Was
advice.
Austria a tax haven?
Thank
I
you.
have no fucking clue,
I'll lay it all
possibly.
out
What?
calmly.
There's going to be like 3 Austrians out of, like, 100 or so viewers think, how dare you accuse my company of
Sorry to
being a
make it
tax
with
haven?
the
I
only
pay
family
loads of
drama,
taxes.
Ichiban.
Unsubscribed.
How dare you accuse our company of being a tax haven? We just take taxes from the other countries.
Thanks.
Wait, how dare you accuse a company of being a tax haven?
Country.
I heard company.
I said
Sorry.
country.
Are the sandwiches kicking in?
No way is this
Probably.
over. Wonder what'll happen.
Oh, God.
If you just move your country to operate out of this company, you won't pay any tax.
Why not? It worked for Sealand. Like, we'll just get some stilts and move Austria, like, 50 feet to the north.
What the fuck?
We'll just have the entire of Austria on a massive oil platform to move it away from Germany. And then when we run out of land, we can go next door into Poland.
I remember the last time someone from Austria tried to expand borders. It did not go over very well.
Oh, dear. Their problem was that they expanded too quickly. Oh, God.
By the way,
You're approaching into dangerous territory here. Remember, Twitch sees all.
In all fairness, I think that's what the Austrians did as well. Do.
What, they banned people for talking about Richard Simmons?
No, they moved into dangerous territory.
A few moments later.
It's a well-known fact that all office clerks are actually natural ninjas. It's just most of them work in, like, so creatively dead an environment that it kills their skills.
I have to say, of all the weapons to choose, a box cutter, you have to be really close to use it. Because you can only really stab with it. It'll be hard to slash.
Yeah, but
other-
if you're a ninja, they're not going to see you coming, are they?
A ninja would use actual weapons instead of a box cutter.
No, it's fine. We can just get, like, an
Well, is it a ninja who's got a very low budget had to steal a box cutter from an office?
Yeah.
Um,
It's fine. Like, we're going to go out to Staples after this and get some staple guns.
some staple guns.
Yes, some
It's
staple...
looking like an extra from Mystery Men.
Oh, just you fucking wait until we get going, Sam. Confectionery shop at Maximum, Sam. Maximum confectionery shop. What do I want?
What does that even mean? Maximum confectionery shop.
I don't know. Right, we need 4.5 million for the next one. Watch as we do capitalism really fucking good. What the fuck is that tap? Are you tap dancing on the goddamn mic?
Yes, I decided to get up on my desk and start doing like a tap dance on my desk with my phone under my feet. You know, I like the screen nice and cracked.
Could you, while you're up there, could you do a barrel roll on your desk?
Barrel roll, barrel roll.
Oh good, there's a commercial time slot available, Sam. Time to run that commercial.
I thought we didn't have enough money.
No, that was last time. We do now. I've got 31 million in management funds. What do we need next? We need the bulk store.
Copious amounts of opium-based drugs.
Yes, right. We need to purchase Mr. Brillo.
Mr. Brillo. What? Mr. Clean's Japanese cousin?
Yes, but he only sells Brillo pads. Right, where's the...
Was that Soapland? Mr. Brillo? Yeah, go.
Oh yeah, it's a high-end brothel.
Sorry, 2-second lag here.
Jump.
Hover over it for, yeah. For average service. What are you going to go to? Would you like to invest your business, but only if you start doing more adventurous stuff? What? Are you telling people we should offer them sandwiches? Is that even legal in this country? I'll make it legal. Can you imagine, like, the owner of a brothel saying, come on hard times, and a confectionery company wishes to purchase them?
Yes. Look, we're very good at what we do, Sam.
Mine's the one time I almost worked for a pub, technically. And apparently the parent company owns, apparently, a school.
Okay.
But I haven't looked into that, so it's dubious.
So can we just appreciate the fact that we now have an employee who's self-confessed as being named as the Sandwich Man?
How's it lining up with bullshit?
Oh god, like that's a character from Hitchhikers.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, that was the only one written by Ian Colfer, the 6th book, was it? Where Arthur is stranded on an alien planet.
No, that was the 5th book because the Ian Colfer one was the sequel.
Yeah, where he just became a master of making sandwiches out of the normal beasts.
That's not the funny part, though. The funny part is how that scene ends when they get off the planet by going to an interdimensional cafe that has fucking Elvis.
I don't remember that bit. I just remember.
They don't name him as Elvis, but like, there's a bit where they describe a character who's only ever referred to as the King, which obviously was Elvis's stage name.
Makes sense. I remember that Ford got hold of a company credit card with an unlimited budget, and because the company fucked him over, he decided to try and bankrupt the company. But he went on like space eBay or space Amazon and just deliberately bought the most expensive things he could find.
Yes.
Not because he wanted, just to bankrupt the company.
Hitchhikers was good shit. Right, we've got to run the advert.
We got a job to do.
Ad on air. What's it going to be? Hello, everyone. I'm Ishiban. I'm the CEO of Ishiban Confections. Here is our manager.
No,
Here's a chicken.
It's even fucking stupider.
I sure am.
What the fuck is that?
Here's a giant cookie, child.
That's a cookie. It looks like a pizza with no sauce.
I was going to say it looked like a naan bread, but here's a giant cookie, child. He's got cars. The tiny 8-bit Itchy has cars. That's glorious. Oh, look at this, Sam. This is madness.
How long until there's a rocket, taking the stock price to the moon?
Just wait.
If only another company would like to stake the stock price to the moon. Maybe Jimmy was inspired by Ishban Holdings.
Look at how much money we've made.
Sorry, it's like green on yellows. It's very hard to see, especially.
Wait for it. Wait for it. 11 million.
Nice. You guys did great out there.
Excellent.
Going up. That's
Oh.
good shit.
That's like 9 million.
Well, yeah, you got to take off expenses for the employees.
Yeah. Let's look at the actual profit.
Oh, this man looks trustworthy.
Sorry, if you saw him on the street, is this man an enemy stand user?
Right, now the chicken can be a member of the brothel. Yes, that's exactly.
I told you not to bring up bestiality, and what the fuck did you just do?
I made a chicken the manager of a brothel.
It's just going to be the tagline for the episode. I just made a chicken the owner of a brothel.
That's literally going to be the preview at the start of the episode. He's not even the manager. He's like secondary staff at the brothel.
Secondary staff?
Secondary staff.
What, staff of the second shift?
Yes. Oh god, we've still.
The chicken covers the night shift. He's the night manager.
Oh fuck it, he's not on late. Right, let's go. Give me the cars. It's the library that only has one person working on it.
Oh yeah. Man, just imagine, what if they give him a company car? Ichiban. What kind of car would they give him as like a bonus? A Trabant? And he'd somehow make it into a supercar? Because his video game stand would work like strength or Wheel of Fortune on it.
Yes.
I wish they did that more. Bring in old stand ideas, but into different context, rather than keep making new ones. Because they can do it without it becoming old, if it's done right.
Yeah, but like, you gotta let Rocky just do what he does.
Yeah, but even he doesn't remember what he does half the time.
No, it just looks that way because you're reading it serially, I keep telling you.
No, but didn't he admit that? No, it was. I mean, was that push the button? Would you push the button? You'd create one of the best stories ever told. You can only remember half of it. Isn't that the reason he had to retcon something in part 6? I believe. Was it 7?
No, okay, no, it turns out he didn't actually forget the character's gender. It was, he changed the character's gender to, make it so that he had more male cast members. Because his editor was trying to cancel him.
Cancelling him because he didn't have enough male characters.
Yes, because part 6 was almost an entirely female cast.
So it's not a problem if it's done right.
Well,
I mean,
it was done right. The problem was, like, they didn't want that.
12 seconds later.
I just need to figure out what the fuck we're doing to,
Yeah, you just need to figure out what the fuck we're doing. I asked myself that several times this stream.
God, right. Who can we put in the bookstore? I'll put this man in the bookstore. And then,
With the chicken, going to have some ideas about the brothel, you know, needs to be a more dynamic business, needs to keep up with the times, needs to be a mobile Soapland, so the Soapland gets on legs like fucking the Baba Yaga house and starts going on patrol. Look, because it's home service.
I misheard that, and I heard a mobile Soapland inside the Soapland. And I was just like, what? Like, they have a little...
How many sandwiches are you on right now?
Like, they just have a tiny house on a train track inside the Soapland. Oh, God. How many sandwiches am I on? At least 5.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
It's the starch which gets you, man. Messes with your head.
Oh, God. Only if you're putting starch in your sandwiches. I like to have mine...
That's the thing. If you, some people like to put protein in their chicken. I like to have chicken without protein in it. I think it tastes better.
I don't know.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fucking chicken then.
It could be if you made it right.
Even fucking tofu has protein in it.
But not very much.
Still has it.
Oh, God. As many people have said... I don't think we're like the best people to run this business, if I'm honest with you.
Before the chicken was running things.
Oh, the chicken's running part of it. Right, hang on, we need to upgrade this theatre some more. We're getting into hardline capitalism now.
But you just bought a theatre? So take a drink, didn't realise.
Right, off we go, on to business.
Because if you upgrade the stage theatre enough, like, top out the sound system so it competes with some of the best lit theatres in the world. If Ishband runs like Tenet in a few years when it comes out, the opening... Have you seen that?
Yes,
yeah, you have.
Yeah.
The opening sequence, the opera sequence, people are just going to fucking... like, their bones will turn to chalk. The amount of audio the system is going to put out in that room. That's the scene.
We're going to have a sound system to rival the Godzilla roar.
Yes.
Oh, God.
It will rival even... What was it then? Oh, what logo is it? THX?
The audience is now deaf.
Okay, that man's not being hired. He looks like someone tried to make a Japanese caricature of David Bowie and then stopped halfway.
What the fuck's wrong with his head?
Meeting is about to begin.
I believe I just answered your question.
Like someone was making an Oblivion character and somehow got all the facial features and like shrank them by 10%. Shrank the entire face, not the head, the face by 10%.
My mama
It's you,
said,
the one from my
"Can't
dreams."
fix
Yeah,
son.
my nightmares.
You'd better not mess with Major Tom. Oh, God.
Was the sequel to Ground Control to Major Tom? You better not mess with Major Tom.
Have you not heard that song?
Don't think so.
Yeah, there's a sequel to Ground Control Major Tom. I love the fact that it's not success if you do a training course, it's great success. Like fucking Borat's coming to hand out the training.
That might be a...
That would explain why we can give them to the chicken.
I was saying that might be a mistranslation, but it doesn't translate easily into English.
It's still fucking funny, though. Oh,
But not only did the chicken pass the course, they were top of the class in management.
yes.
Which I'm... how many people were in this management class for the chicken to come out on top?
Oh, just wait. Gonna have, just a fucking Trump tower of chicken eggs.
What, Trump... What? Is this going to be in the future? Just saw him walk into like Ishvan Holdings. Like, sorry, where's the bathroom? Oh, it's over there by the right.
Oh, how up I'm berries into this mountain of chicken eggs.
Wait, one might think, of course. During prison, one of the few things Ishvan watched was old like reruns of The Apprentice, and he's now thinking back to that knowledge to help run his business.
Exactly. First thing we do, invest in McDonald's.
We could own this town.
No, it's Japan. If anything, you'd invest in KFC.
No. Japan loves McDonald's, Sam.
Really? I thought they only really love KFC.
Sam, Japan's the only country where you can, like, I'm serious. Okay, okay, just for the audience, this is going to sound like I'm making this up, but I swear it's true. In Japan, you can actually order a wedding service at McDonald's.
What sort of people would want their wedding at McDonald's?
I don't know, but, like, seriously, if you Google Japanese McDonald's wedding, like, there's pictures of it, like, you can order... I'm serious. You can order...
If you're going to have your wedding at a fast food place, at least have a Burger King, then you can have it your way.
That's Wendy's.
Isn't?
I think Burger King... I'm pretty sure Wendy's is either have it your way or any way you like.
Well, Wendy's current slogan is deliciously different at the minute.
Okay.
Let's see. Quality of the recipe, where's the beef? Best burgers, it's better here. It's way delicious, but that's only in Canada. But that's deliciously different.
We need to get rid of him and get someone with more charisma.
Mr. Brillo. Yes, we know you sold your company to us, but we have to buy you now. What? The customers are complaining about you. You're just not charismatic enough. So we're going to replace you with Omelette here. A chicken is more charismatic than I am? Of course. Just look at him. Everyone loves him. Yes. He's a big hit with the customers. But all the customers are Johns looking for prostitutes. Yes, and customer's a customer.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, let's, shareholder meeting.
Consider the shareholders.
I feel there's a joke here about the cock being in charge of a brothel.
Oh, dear. I'd like to... I know that some of you have doubts. I'd like to refer to my main man on this. And he just, like, takes both hands and gestures to the chicken.
Well, he's going to feel all questions to the chicken.
Yes, but, like, the chicken...
To every question... He doesn't say that's not... But for every question, he says, that's a good question. I think I'm going to defer that to Omelette. Yes, good. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yes, that's literally what's going to happen.
Is that your business strategy? Just field every question to Omelette.
Yes, look,
because of course
Sam,
Omelette has the best people management skills. They went on a course and did a great success.
Sam, you don't understand. The chicken's been in the business longer than Ichiban, so it has seniority technically.
But Ichiban's the CEO.
Yeah, but like the chicken still works longer there than him. It's like how you can't fire people if they've worked over a certain amount of years. The chicken's got seniority.
What rule is that? I mean, American companies would love to know that rule. It's like, you've worked over a number of years, but you're exactly 30 seconds late for your shift. Because I know there was some kind of snow in the entire city, 3 foot deep.
No, that's only if you're
on.
Have
to let you go.
That's only if you're on like a shit 0 hours contract. If you have like an actual contract, in a lot of occasions they can't get rid of you without giving you notice because you've got seniority.
Yeah, but a lot of American companies have this weird system where you can basically leave at any time, but the employer can't fire you at any time. Whereas in the UK, most jobs they have to give you 30 days notice. Whether it's you or them.
I think we'll leave it there and I'll recruit some more employees off the screen.
Oh, is the next week going to start saying, "Oh, what happened to Ryoko the Bullet? Oh, he died off screen." Well, he wasn't keeping up with the chicken's high standards, and so we don't know what actually happened. Just he wasn't returning a call, so we went into the office, and he was dead. There was a lot of blood, and there was a pair of scissors in his jugular, and the chicken was looking very suspicious.
Sadly, like, police tried for 6 hours, but they couldn't get a confession out of the chicken.
And they couldn't pull any prints off his feet either.
Oh, God.
But there was no prints on the corpse, wasn't there?
Exactly. It's the perfect crime. Just send your chicken in. Oh, God. We've
accidentally... We're going to name this episode.
We've accidentally created, like, a new business venture, just training chickens to be ninjas.
And who do you think will be the CEO of that company? It'll be Namba.
Well, obviously.
Oh, is Namba going to be the chicken's assistant? Just amazing technique. I need to train my birds that way.
No, but this is the thing, because if you've ever played Legend of Zelda, as John's just pointed out to me, like, the chickens are the warriors, because they'll just gang up on you and fuck your shit up.
Oh, yeah, wasn't it one time you sent me a gif from Breath of the Wild where Link throws a chicken into the mouth of this one creature, and due to the way the game's coded, a load of chickens just killed the boss?
Yeah, exactly. Like, chickens will fuck your shit up. They're the natural ninjas.
The two-world strategy?
Yeah, the chickens are the natural ninjas of the Earth, Sam. Like, this is the... Chickens are ninjas, and crows have a predisposition towards medical-based endeavours. Right, good. I'm glad that we got to the bottom of this.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
I'm glad we've settled that mystery of which species of bird is most likely to pass medical school.
Oh, that's nothing. You want to see which species of birds we've got lined up to steal Jeremy Clarkson's job? Come back next time and maybe you'll find out. Anything else that you want to add for the audience, Sam?
How long until Namba gets his hand on a pair of boobies?
At least 2 more episodes, if I have my say. Yeah. Good. And on that note, we're going to end it there. We'll see you all next time.